Okay, let's just dive right into this. Welcome to the Developer Studio. Today, we're kicking off Module 1 of what's going to be an incredibly fun journey, totally demystifying the world of cybersecurity and ethical hacking. If you've ever stared at a dark terminal screen and kind of wondered what's actually happening behind all that glowing text, well, you're in exactly the right place. We're going to break this whole thing down from the ground up. So who actually protects our completely digital world? I want you to really picture our reality right now in 2026. Literally everything we do is interconnected, right? Our sensitive personal data, our financial records, our entire healthcare infrastructure, it's all living in the cloud. And frankly, it's under constant, relentless threat. This creates an absolutely urgent, undeniable need for digital defenders. We aren't just talking about putting an antivirus on a laptop anymore. We're talking about protecting the very foundation of modern society. Here's our digital roadmap for this explainer. 1. Welcome to digital reality. 2. White hats versus black hats. 3. The CIA Triad framework. 4. Vulnerabilities and system exploits. And 5. Your future in 2026. This is exactly how we're going to take this seemingly intimidating world and break it down into clear, actionable chunks. All right, moving right along into Section 1, white hats versus black hats. Before we actually meet the hackers, we gotta define the battleground. Cybersecurity is, essentially, the practice of protecting systems, networks, programs, and data from digital attacks, theft, or damage. Think of it like the ultimate digital fortress defense. Its entire purpose, its main job, is ensuring that unauthorized users absolutely cannot access our sensitive information. It's the shield that keeps the modern digital world functioning. Now, there are basically two sides to the hacking coin. On the one hand, we've got ethical hackers, or white hats. This involves an authorized, perfectly legal attempt to gain access. They're the good guys using their skills to actively find security loopholes before they can be weaponized against us. But then, on the other hand, you have the malicious hackers, the black hats. These are your unauthorized, bad actors who exploit systems to cause harm. And what's crazy is the tools they use are often exactly the same. The difference is just the intent and the authorization. White hats fix the loopholes, black hats exploit them. Which brings us to Section 2, the CIA Triad framework. Right, the CIA Triad. This is the absolute core framework of all cybersecurity. Seriously, if you take away just one single thing from this explainer today, let it be this. It stands for confidentiality, integrity, and availability. Every single security protocol, every firewall, every encrypted text message you send relies on perfectly balancing these three pillars. Let's break these down one by one, starting with the C, confidentiality. This is entirely focused on keeping data secret. It's all about ensuring that sensitive info stays hidden from unauthorized eyes. Like when you log into your bank app, confidentiality is the invisible bouncer making sure only you and the bank can actually see your balance, and definitely not the person sitting next to you on public Wi-Fi. Next up is integrity. This pillar is all about keeping data accurate. It ensures that once our data is stored or while it's being transmitted, it remains perfectly accurate and totally unaltered by bad actors. So if someone intercepts your bank transfer and mysteriously changes the amount from $10 to, say, $10,000, yeah, that is a massive, catastrophic failure of integrity. The data has to remain completely trustworthy. And finally, availability. Because, let's be honest, a perfectly secure, completely locked down system is utterly useless if authorized users can't actually access the data when they need it. Imagine a hospital system, right? Keeping patient records confidential and accurate is obviously vital. But if doctors can't pull up those records during a life or death emergency because the server is down, the consequences are disastrous. Availability makes sure the system is up and running for the right people exactly when they need it. All right, let's look at how things break in Section 3, vulnerabilities and system exploits. Here we get into the symbiotic relationship between two really crucial technical concepts. First, you have a vulnerability. This is a weakness or loophole in software, hardware, or network infrastructure, kind of like an unlocked window in a digital house. Then you have the exploit. This is a piece of software or maybe a specific method used by hackers to actually take advantage of that vulnerability. The exploit is the thief literally climbing through that unlocked window. So remember, you can't have an exploit without a vulnerability there to target in the first place. Okay, zooming out a bit for Section 4, your future in 2026. I really want to highlight this massive job market because right now there is an intense global demand. The need for security analysts, penetration testers, and security engineers is just astronomical. Organizations everywhere are absolutely desperate for authorized defenders to step up and fill these specific roles. Why? Because digital threats are scaling way faster than the workforce can keep up. It's a highly lucrative, highly impactful career path for absolute beginners who are willing to put in the work. But getting there requires building a really solid base. Grasping ethical hacking is an essential foundation, and it's going to force you to understand some pretty complex underlying tech. You'll need to master operating systems, specifically penetration testing distributions like Kali Linux, along with intricate network architectures and automation systems. You really have to deeply understand how a system is built and automated, the whole shebang, before you can accurately defend it or, ethically hack it. So I'll leave you with this final kind of provocative thought to really spark your curiosity. The vulnerabilities are out there in the wild. The black hats are actively searching for them as we speak. Will you be the one to patch them? Think about that as you process the architecture we've covered today and get yourselves ready for Module 2. Keep exploring, stay curious, and I'll see you in the next explainer.